Hello everyone, my name is Lowko and welcome to a new game of StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm. Today, you can't combine the word swarm and today, Lowko, that's not possible. Today I'm going to take a look at this replay submitted by Archie, spawning as the hero Zerg in the bottom right, or bottom left corner of the map rather. And his opponent for this game is going to be Keeson. He's going to be a red, dirty Terran player. We're not gonna take a look at him. Yeah, look at that, he's gone. Anyway, this is going to be a subscriber game analysis. So if you want me to analyze your game next, make sure to hit the subscribe button on Twitch TV. It will cost you $5 a month, but it will actually directly support me. You get like subscriber coaching, game analysis, replay packs, all that kind of awesomeness. So make sure to check it out in the description below. I would really appreciate it because obviously it directly supports me. Anyways, it's going to be a Zerg versus Terran on Overgrowth Alley, and this was actually Overgrowth Alley 183 is what Archie sent me. So Archie has been playing a ton of games. He's a diamond level Terran, or a diamond level Zerg player, and he said to me, in this game I had a lot of trouble defending drops. So hopefully we will be able to figure out exactly what goes wrong right here. Looks like he goes for a hatch into a gas geyser, into a spawning pool, scouting exactly what is happening right there, seeing the second depot down, so knowing it's going to be a Reaper opener. So far it's going to be pretty standard, but we're first going to take a look at this game on ×2 or ×4 speed. We will see shortly. It's a pretty long game, so we might speed it up a little bit later. And after that, I will be hopefully giving you a couple of things that you could be changing around, and hopefully helping a couple of people while doing so. Because, you know, if you don't know what you're doing wrong, it's very hard to improve, right? Looks like he's following it up with a third queen right there. Pretty solid play so far, just waiting for link speed to finish, making drones in between. So far so good, no issues whatsoever. A Grandmaster level for sure, okay, right? Like, he didn't really lose very much. Did he lose a drone? Nope, no workers killed at all by that Reaper. Not really much of anything killed. Going for the 6-minute third base. The link speed is just about to finish up, and he's gonna start a couple more Zerglings, as well as another gas geyser, Oh shit, okay. So this is the interesting thing right now, okay? Usually what would happen is you get maybe 1 or 2 gas geysers started, or add drones back into your first one and start making a couple of links for defense. So I'm very curious what Archie is going to be using all of this gas for, because if he's not going to use it, this would be a first mistake. But he might go for a bit of roach aggression, maybe? I'm a bit curious. Let's speed it up slightly. Okay, there indeed does the roach warren go down. He's still making only links in between right now. Scouting quite efficiently, not sure of the third base however. And now all the gas geysers are done. He is gonna start a lair, gonna start a baning nest, but as you can see, gas is starting to pile up. And that is not necessary right now. There's a pretty big macro mistake right there, but let's figure out if he's going to be able to spend this, or if we're going to, if I'm going to have to actually point that out. I think it is. I think it's not gonna be able to get spent anytime soon. I mean, he's gonna start roach speed. +1/+1, and we still have gas left. I mean, I guess it's not the biggest of deals, okay? I guess it's not the biggest of deals, but what I would always do is actually add on these gas geysers a little bit later. So instead of adding on like 3 at a time, I would first just put drones back in the first one, maybe start that roach war, maybe get a couple of drones out, or a couple of roaches out, start the second one as well, by the way, and then get that gas geyser up and going as well. And then later on start these third and the fourth gas geysers, because most of the time what happens, if you actually go back right now a little bit, if you take a look at the resources right now in the top right corner when all of this gas is mining, you're not going to be able to spend this for another little while, right? Look at this gas geyser, okay? Look at this little number right there. It's just going to pile up, because we really don't have anything to spend it on. And if this would have all been, if like this 400 gas would have all been drones, these larvae right here, and probably the larvae in the main as well, yeah, would have been able to get spent. And that is basically like 8 extra drones that you're missing out on right now. So I would actually slow down a little bit on the gas geyser, still go for a similar build order. You don't really need such a quick lair, by the way. I would probably actually delay the lair a little bit, get the double upgrades going first, and then go for a lair in the baning nest. Either way, that's a really small mistake, but considering it's Diamond League, we basically have to point it out, okay? Let's go back. Oh, let's actually go back to the point that we were at. Cool. So, a little bit of dropping going on right now. Did any of the drones go down? Quite a lot already went down. Not too much I can tell you about that so far. And yeah, quite a lot of workers did go down. However, more and more are getting replaced. Now, another thing that we are really missing out on in this game is scouting. Scouting has been pretty poor, to be honest. We don't even have a Zergling at the 3rd anymore. The crease spread is not phenomenal either, so we really are pretty much blind right now, right? If our opponent goes for big aggression, we will just straight up lose the game. So how are you gonna go about fixing that? So first off, I would actually delay the gas geysers. Second, what I would always do is spread my overlords. This might seem very obvious, but this will help you with everything from scouting as well as defending drops, okay? So right now there are overlords pretty much everywhere, right? There are overlords right here, there's a couple right here, and they don't need to be there. Let's have a look at where overlords should go. There should be one here. Should be one here. Should be one here, because we already have one right there. Okay, that would cover like the left side of the map, and we would be able to scout any kind of incoming drop before it even is remotely close to our base. Let's imagine we actually have overlords right in these places. Would this drop really do this much damage? Not really, no. So what you want to do is get in the habit, as soon as you make an overlord, just put it down in a dead space or maybe a little bit on the map like this one, just to be sure. Now same goes for the right side of the map, and same actually goes for the 3rd base. Now we do know that this one is up, but we are blind for the 4th base, we're blind for the gold base, we're blind for this base, and you know, you just want to spread your overlords a whole lot better, okay? So that is the second point I would like to point out in this game. Now, maybe your multitasking is not as high of a level as you would like it to be, so it would still be difficult to defend these drops, but at least it gives you 0 excuses to actually not defend these, because right now these units should not have gotten burned right there. I can't even click on them. Why can I not click on them? I cannot click on them. I guess they're about to shoot or something. Yep. And therefore more and more workers are going down, okay? Now, let's actually have a look at this right here, before this happens, from the vision of Archie, okay? Let's see what happens. He sees that this is happening right now, and let's watch this, and he's like, oh shit, must send units towards main base. So right now is when the main army right there, from the 3rd, starts running towards the main, and obviously everything is already dead at that point, right? The mutas at the same time are trying to chase down these dropships, but, you know, it's not really going that well either. Okay, here's what you do, okay? Whenever you notice that your opponent is going to be dropping you very soon, there is absolutely 0 reason why you're having your army in one big ball right there. Let's have a look at the actual Terran army. Is he going to be pushing with this part right here? Is he really going to be pushing your 3rd base with this small army? He actually doesn't even have the 3rd base up yet. No. Like, this Terran army is gonna stay at home. So whenever you notice there's like multi or even triple dropping going on like this, there is 0 reason to have your army clumped up. So what I would advise you to do instead is just simply box about half of this and just right click it in the main base. Okay, just put it right there. There's no reason why it isn't already right there anyway, because we know half of my opponent's army is literally in dropships. There is no way he's gonna push me out or push out anytime soon. So I don't need to have my army in one big ball. So that's the 3rd thing I would change. So first off, the gas geyser timing would slow down a little bit on that. Get some more drones out, get them out a little bit quicker. Then next up, I would spread my overlords, every single one that I create for at least like the first 10 or so. I would spread out to the best of my abilities and always think where my opponent could be dropping from. And then 3rd, you would really want to be splitting up the units that you have. And obviously the second point with the overlord spread as well as the spreading of the army is going to help you defend against pretty much everything that you need to have from a Terran player. Now let's have a look. Loads and loads of mutas dying. I mean, I don't need to point out that that is a bad thing. I do like the fact, however, that this aggressive droning is still happening, okay? I do really like that. You're replacing the drones, meaning that you're all, you know, even though you lost freaking 25 workers, you're still up in the worker count, right? I think if you change these little tiny things around, these games would go so much better. But once again, overlord spread is not there, army is in one big clump, and once more we are not able to actually beat this. And, you know, the Terran is just gonna be annoying. He's just gonna try and drop between bases. Once again, a drop at the 3rd base happening, and multitasking is just all over the freaking place. So at this point, the game is already lost. Even though we might play perfect, 56 workers is completely unnecessary and something that shouldn't happen if you follow these little tiny rules. Just always imagine that whenever your opponent is gonna drop you at one point, he is also gonna drop you somewhere else. That's the last tip I can actually give you. If your opponent is dropping the third, prematurely split up half your army, send the other half to the main base, because there is a big chance he's gonna, even if there is nothing coming, there's a big chance that he is indeed gonna multi-prong drop you. So I want to thank you guys all for watching. Make sure you actually keep spreading creep, keep spreading love, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Hello everyone, my name is Lowko, and welcome to a new StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm video. Today we're gonna go over